Yes, Rugby League Journeymen for another week. Thanks to Better. I am the Prof sitting there, Jeremy Latimore over there, Jimmy Maloney, and no Toby Rudolph. Where in the world is Toby Rudolph?
Brazil.
Yeah. What's he doing there?
Speaking fluent Portuguese to the native women. Doing absolute Colin best.
What sort of swimming trunks would Toby Rudolph wear in Brazil? Do you think it's
Budgies, for sure.
Do you think
He's sponsored.
Yeah.
Hey, he's sponsored. Shout out, Budgie.
Right, Budgie.
No.
Budgie.
Don't give him a plug. You're not paying us any money.
No, they might be. Budgie. I'm still wearing the kit. Come and support the boys.
Yeah, support the boys.
Let's get Nike then too, eh?
Let's
Shout out Nike.
Shout out Phil Knight.
No,
And
not Nike.
avocados.
Adidas. Not Adidas. Asics. I've always been Asics.
And Jimmy shit Crocs.
So, hope you're doing well, Toby. Let's just to begin. Let's go the multi. Sorry, Jimmy's multi.
The pirate.
How did it go?
It was looking good until Tonga were very disappointing against Samoa. I think probably underestimated the warm-up game, Samoa having played against the Kiwis, and they were a lot better than Tonga. They were very disappointing, to be fair. I thought everyone was expecting a big match-up. Tonga, no good.
We'll dig into that in the pod. We'll get your opinion on what was the big gap between those two sides that on paper looked pretty well matched up. You can book us for a live show. Christmas shows, that's become our specialty, but also Easter. We will be doing some Easter shows. Anything else?
Latsy will dress up in a bunny suit.
He will.
He'll do a big Easter egg hunt for the kids.
Ribbit. Oh, it's a frog.
Ribbit, wow.
That was a jow. I got
No,
it. Anyway, let's address some of these comments.
Okay, so the show
happened?
is growing, gents. That's the good news. People are listening, they're watching, and as a result, they're having more and more opinions. So there was a couple on the YouTube that have got us chatting this morning. A couple of comments. Yep. There was the one from a bloke, Fark. What was the point of this pod? No preparation on the series at all. So basic. He's clearly just stumbled across us.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for him.
Hey, nice to have you check in, mate. We'll see you later. I don't think this potty is for him.
Nah.
But the reality is, right, Jimmy Maloney's a guy who won State of Origin series, he won NRL Grand Finals, and he didn't prepare for them big games. So he's not going to turn up to a Wednesday or Tuesday podcast with written notes like me.
Yeah, no, hang on. We were prepared, but this is not the place for
he
your
wasn't
X's and
prepared.
your O's.
He wasn't
Prepared for what?
Compared to them other podcasts who we shall not mention on this podcast, he's not
The
prepared.
one that you mention all the time. Every other week you mention different podcasts.
The Schmeisch Mound. Whatever.
The buy round levels, 6 tackles with Gus. If you are looking for an analysis, that's the spot to go. I'll give you a second just to head over there.
Mate, we give them analysis at times,
And we
it
argue.
gets very, very boring just rattling off.
It does.
You're right.
Boring footy.
And we're going to
nerd
cover
stuff.
a lot of subjects today.
We will. Now, your other gripe to do with a comment on there, you guys were arguing about the new PNG side.
There's some comments on that, and Latsy seems to think he won the argument.
So what was the comment?
No, the argument was Latch just likes to start arguments with Jimmy. So it's probably one of our regular listeners. Shout out to regular listener.
It said Latsy likes to go at Jimmy, but he doesn't have the footy.
Let me
brain
finish, bro. This is what I just told you. I got feedback off someone that you jump in before people can finish.
You misread.
No.
You misread the quote because you didn't you just summarised
I was halfway through it.
Okay, keep going.
You're so rude. I get what Jess's gripes are. Anyway, the reality is, yes, James has a better rugby league IQ than me. I was a front rower. He's a premiership winning 5'8" and halfback, whatever he played.
Dual premiership.
Even though he doesn't look like much and that voice is not getting any better, he's a smart dude who's highly intelligent. But when it comes to that argument last week, no, I wasn't trying to be argumentative. I believe that they do not have enough quality to compete week in, week out in the NRL competition if they're going to rely solely on local boys. In time, it'll get better and better and better, but they haven't put enough time into it. And Jimmy was trying to say, well, it's not going to work. You've got to go with more locals. But my argument then was New Zealand Warriors sign, other people from other countries, as do Aussies sign them from other countries.
So what did what do you mean for them to come in and be a success?
Well, boys,
Not
hang
a
on,
success,
hang on.
even to be competitive.
Did we not address this last week? This isn't
No.
about rekindling the argument.
It is
No,
sort of.
it
And this
is.
is what we do.
Move on,
This isn't
move on,
Six Tackles
Latsy.
with Gus Bus. Gus Bus.
Move on, Latsy.
Anyway,
Yes.
Jimmy, great IQ brain, but I won that argument, so beat it, James.
Absolutely. If you want to follow us at Rugby League
No,
Journeymen.
there's one more thing I've got to beat.
Latsy's got to
No,
get some.
I had someone call me out because I couldn't say Marky Mark's name. Well, I've gone away and I've done my homework, and I'm going to have a crack.
Okay.
Mark Nawonga Ni Tawase.
Do you pause and make it like 3
no,
words?
no,
or-
no, he got it.
I've
he
got a
got
list.
it.
I've got a list.
Yeah, no, mate, you nailed
Shout
it.
out
Oh,
Marky
good
Mark.
on you, mate.
I'm sorry, bro.
Be out
but
there under the comments. Good on you,
No,
brother.
it's not. No, it was a fair point.
was.
I'm a rugby league commentator now with James Maloney, so I've got to know my shit.
Well done.
Yeah, thanks, you big
Can
avocado
we,
head.
can we just talk about the other awesome thing that's happened?
Yes, sure.
Our great producer in here, Tommy, has come in this morning and he thinks his car's been stolen, but he's not sure. He thinks maybe it's stolen, maybe he's forgot where he parked it, and this has now gone on for about half an hour. And just before we come online here, he thinks he's remembered where he parked it. So maybe it's not stolen. So
this is a real live dude, where's my car? It's happening in real time in the studio.
dude, where's my car? And I think I've left it at Woolies is what
He's
said.
retracing his steps.
And he has reported it to the police. He's called the police, but he also had a big weekend at the Sydney Oktoberfest. So we don't know if there's a bit of carry over effects from his weekend out.
Mate.
I knew you were going to say this.
Like, he's just come on and alleged that he's driven in some sort of state. That's not correct, mate.
Well, he's not James Maloney.
Mate,
He
stop-
would not have driven
mate,
in that
that's not
state.
correct. It's not correct. He's just literally drove to the shop, so it's
Mate,
close to his
honestly.
house and walked
Gravity,
home.
go away. You're bringing me down.
Mate, stop throwing guys under the bus.
Yeah.
You're special for it.
No, mad shoes.
Latsy,
Put
the
some-
bus driver.
Yeah. No, mad shoes.
And
bro.
these two are best mates. That's how it works. We'll keep you up to date with the dude,
Yeah.
where's my car situation
We'll have an update.
as the podcast.
We actually, if Tommy finds it, we'll get him to send a photo and we'll put it on one of our socials so everyone can cheer and be happy for him as we are if hopefully he finds it.
I have to say, when he said the car's been stolen, and I said, what sort of car is it? And he said, Mitsubishi Magna. In my head, I went, don't know if it's stolen, mate. But I didn't say it to him.
And no, because there's heaps of cars getting stolen around Sydney, the kill cars that they're using to go and, do these
there is.
executions.
Latsy
And
the
I think
bikie.
it's not going to be miss.
Latsy the bikie.
Oi, so I got another message on
Now,
Instagram
he's
this
Sergeant
week.
of Arms for the bikies now. He does the
The
boxing.
Shermanator,
He
listen
does
to
the
him.
We are
boxing.
going to get to the rugby league. I promise you. Go.
Mate, I've had enough of you
Oh,
already.
fuck off, Latsy, mate. Honestly.
You are gravity. Hey, Tommy, just cut that one.
Let's go.
Oi, no, I had someone message me on Instagram and go, I want to do an unders-overs on Jimmy Maloney shoulder shrugs because they reckon he does over 100 per episode
Yeah, I do,
when he talks.
because I don't like sitting still, mate.
Jimmy Maloney, Twitch
okay,
him all.
Okay.
I don't like sitting
Let's
still,
bring
mate.
it back. Let's. We're about to get to the positive place. Before we do, let's do some
Mate, this has been gravity.
Got some jokes.
Oh, so do I.
Jimmy's jokes. You know how it works? It's to warm us up, although I feel like we're pretty warm in here already.
I've got some crackers.
Just get ready with the censorship sound here,
No,
Tommy.
mate, leave
Jimmy
them in.
Maloney.
They're jokes.
Here we go.
Tommy's outside on the phone to the cops, just letting them know that he thinks he's found the car.
What do you call a with a video camera?
I don't know.
Filming.
That's all right.
That's brilliant.
That is actually
Mate,
pretty.
that's awesome.
This is why it's one because even the term is actually now considered racist.
Oh, mate,
Is
it's
it
a
actually?
joke.
Yeah, you can't say that
Oh,
anymore.
mate.
Mate, this is a problem with our world, mate.
Yeah,
it is so
professors are
PC.
stiff.
Oh, the world's terrible. You
Professors
can't.
are
is.
stiff, mate.
Do we want to go political?
You
I'll
know
go
when we
political
say
though.
a joke segment, it's jokes. So take it as a joke.
Mate,
if
he's
and
missed
when
his
this
last city when he
podcast gets
takes-
cancelled, can you, when you're writing these articles, Buzz Aldrin, what's his name?
First man on the moon. Buzzy Aldrin.
Buzz Rothfield, can you write about us getting cancelled and then at the end put in like little asterisk, the professor isn't cancelled? Can you do that? Mind you, they
Sure,
kind of
mate.
cancelled me anyway.
Do you honestly think we'll have to take that out?
No, that's good.
You leave it. I'm saying take it out, leave it. Go.
Well, now that you've said all this
Tell
negative
your joke,
Go.
mate.
all right, my friend gave me an elephant for my room. I said thanks. She said don't mention it.
It's good. Because you're the elephant in the room, Tommy.
Oi.
My one is I went to the doctor and I said I broke my arm in 2 places. And he said, "Oh, well, you should stop going to those places."
That's
From
what she
that,
said.
straight to the positive place. Best thing about international
Get
crowds.
Jimmy to leave then.
Do you mind just shutting your legs for everybody at home? Best thing about international crowds, that crowd up there at Suncorp.
Oh, I was going to go to Wembley.
Oh, well, there was
60,000. First time in 22 years they've been there. Come on.
Yes, I have heard reports though that because it was a 60,000 in a 90,000.
Yeah, it didn't look like there was that many
well,
there.
The atmosphere was a bit
Yeah, but
funny.
This is a
60,000
positive
over
place.
there.
Don't be negative.
Sorry.
Especially
Amazing.
when you like Wembley's London. So obviously the stronghold for rugby league in England is the north of England, the working class areas. So London, that's
Fair way.
that's been the real gripe and why, the London Broncos have always struggled. Realise
Darren
Lockyer's
Yeah.
over now, tied up with the London Broncos in some capacity.
Him and some mining.
They're trying to
billionaire.
buy it, yeah.
They bought him.
Oh, they actually bought them?
yeah.
Congratulations.
So, like 60,000 at Wembley's awesome for a game down there. Like the two others up north are both sold out, and they were sold out. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's all positive there, mate. The crowds in PNG are unreal. Anyone who's played there, Latsy will tell everyone he played there once.
Yeah, no, I did, yeah. Guilty. Wait,
mate,
this is a positive place.
That's
It's happened
awesome.
again.
Like you go over there, they are just footy crazed. It's packed out. Every time the Kumul score a try, mate, the joint lights up. And then
You see
go
the
to
boys are over
Suncorp.
there. Renault, Benny Hunt. I think Ezra Mann was there. I don't know if they got flown over, maybe a bit of cash, but they were over there promoting different things around the game, which is good to see. Couple of premiership winning players.
Yeah, right. And then, Suncorp, obviously, bit of a hail delay, which was a bit unexpected. Threw me back. We had a game like that Anzac Day.
Oh, were you in that game when you played the Dragons?
Game where we stopped for hail. But, yeah, obviously the Tonga Samoan crowds have been brilliant, and those sides now being stronger despite Tonga not really showing how good they can be. Been awesome. So I think everywhere they've gone, we've had massive crowds. It's been so good.
Well, Latsy Statsy, I know it's the off season for, round 1 to 26, but I got a stat. That test was that game in Brisbane was the second biggest crowd since 1957, not including the Kangaroos.
For an international.
Yeah, huge.
As we said,
Statsy,
and
very,
I
very
think
good.
even what's the PNG? Because PNG would be sold out. That crowd over there.
I don't know what the capacity
they
is
hang
of that
from.
stadium.
I don't think they don't really do it by seats
No,
over
no,
there.
no.
It's just
It's
if
packed.
you can fit on, if you can hang out of a tree or do whatever.
So
you
how do
want.
we do it? You're a man that often has a solution for the NRL or for rugby league. How do we have more internationals? Because at the moment, it's kind of at the end of the season. It's only 3 or 4 weeks. Like even this Pacific Cup, Nations Cup, is only they play each other once and then it's a final.
Yeah.
How do we have more of it? Do they do?
I don't think.
I don't think you
need
do.
to.
I think you leave that as your window to do it. We're seeing pretty much, obviously they've got the Pacific Champs and the Ashes sort of going around, but between everyone, pretty much most of our top countries are all sort of having a run and playing, which is, I don't think that in the past, I might be wrong, but I don't think that's always happened. There's been, whether it's 4 nations or something like that, and the lower tier sides haven't played and done stuff. I think it's awesome that they're all having a game and they're all playing each other and doing stuff. So it's been good.
Yeah, no, it's been good.
Doing really well.
That Samoa team, and I know we'll touch more on it later, but obviously they played unbelievable on the weekend. No Stephen Crichton, no Hemisai, because I think he's going to play there in the World Cup, and then Spencer as well. And I think there was one other key player. That's a red-hot team.
Oh, Jeremiah Nanai. Jeez,
he can play.
What about Junior Paulo?
can always
Why don't we go
do-
there first? Let's
Yeah,
just choose your own adventure. So so 34-6.
Yeah,
They got it done.
Yeah, late try to
and
Tonga.
My goodness me, it was good to watch. They were throwing the ball around, and the Tongans. Well, okay, they scored right at the end, but they didn't seem like they were in
nothing.
it at all.
And Junior Paulo, 74 minutes he played, but I think some of the touches he had, he give that late pass off Terrell to Payne Haas, scored a try, threw a 2-person cutout, and I think when Targo scored out wide early, he was silky.
Who was the hit he put on as well?
Number 14, I
That
don't know.
was my goodness me. Number 14 was Sonny Luke.
Was that Sonny? Yeah.
Just hit him into next week. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, no, I don't, mate. To be fair, like, and even Blaze Tuolangi, like him and Jerome, you know, from that first game to the second game, some silky combinations there. Because I saw Tyrone May was not named in the 19-man squad, and I thought they may bring him into the halves, but obviously they stuck with Blaze, and he was fantastic.
Well,
Jerome was really good.
I think that first game against New Zealand, it was a reasonably high intensity match. You know, we sort of thought Samoa might have been able to knock over New Zealand there. New Zealand, mate, they were moving quick and they were ready to go as well. So I think that run definitely helped. You know, I think Tonga, once sort of Samoa had the run of play and they sort of had all the momentum, Tonga looked a little bit tired, and
because it is an amazing side, Tonga. You got Hopewadi, Tupou, Kola, Toya, Iongi, Katoa, Fanua Blake, Avili, Utoi Manu. Like, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed the start of the game. Did Stefano get injured?
Because I saw he got head knock or concussion.
Yeah, because I saw him dressed in normal after it.
Yeah, so he wasn't out there for long.
I just thought they'd be a lot better.
I think everyone did. Obviously, that match, the interesting test will be what they put up against New Zealand now, because New Zealand have had one game under their belt, and then so have Tonga, and they're playing. Otherwise, if Tonga get beat, it goes back to a replay of Samoa, New Zealand for the final.
But they need to beat them by a decent amount.
16 or 17 or something.
Yeah, right.
But Samoa had lost the previous 6 games v Tonga. Yeah, so I get why Jimmy threw them into the multi, but they just come out and played fantastic.
Very good.
Mate, do you reckon, obviously, and I'm just looking at all these Broncos players, like obviously Payne Haas's presence in that football side at the moment, I think that's given a massive boost to confidence. But then, I think Dean Mariner, he's playing fantastic rugby league. Then you look at, obviously, Reece Walsh over in England. He was on fire. And apparently I saw your man, Danny Widler. He was...
Why is he my man?
Huh? Oh, I don't know. It just makes you insecure. He was saying something around... now you're rattled. I talked to you about it. Sorry about it. We'll go off camera. Reece Walsh got emotional on the field when he was talking after the game. Like, it obviously means a lot to him. I tell you what, hasn't he come a long way in 6 months? Like,
let's jump to the Australian England game, 26-6.
Yeah.
But again, just a consolation try right at the death. The English were never in it.
They weren't. No.
They were. It was.
Did anyone actually, like, I watched the highlights, but
I woke up at 12:30 and watched it.
Legit?
No.
Yeah, obviously time difference makes it hard, but the comments from Sean Wayne afterwards said they obviously dropped a lot of ball, or they didn't complete. Their set finishes weren't very good, so can understand. The problem now is that Australia were always going to be most vulnerable first game because they hadn't had a run. They were going to be a bit clunky, and even hearing guys like Nathan and that talk afterwards, they sort of made mention of that they had a few issues with, things were a little bit clunky. It wasn't as smooth as they would have liked. So Australia are going to get better. Yeah. England need to get better. But as
can they improve?
Well, obviously, those simple things, like if you're dropping pills, not finishing your sets well, they're not. You don't have to be a really elite caliber player to be able to improve those. So they can. And I think Sean Wayne, from the stories, understand, mate, he's a reasonable coach. Like he teaches them that sort of tough style of play. And I think that's sort of England. They'll be disappointed, as I said, because they do always have something to prove, in sort of showing that their competition isn't a pushover and all that. So I think they will be better. Unfortunately, Australia will be better as well. And, it's just the quality of players, to hold over 80 minutes. But I would expect also going up to a sold-out ground up in the north of England, wherever they're going.
They're Liverpool, they're playing.
Like
is it Liverpool?
Yeah, and Anfield. Like Anfield's a small ground too. So when they're talking about completing sets, kicking into corners, that's...
Is Anfield Hill Dickinson Stadium? Is that the same?
Oh, I don't think so. Anfield is the stadium, isn't it? Like
Anfield's where Liverpool play, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this has got them at Hill Dickinson.
Well, it might be another one. See, the thing is over there, because they have a lot of the stadiums for soccer, they end up shortening it because by the time you put your in goals and that in,
it was a bit short.
shortens it a little bit less than 100, which obviously makes.
I think when remember Groover, Luke Lewis, sorry, when he slid into the thing and
there's a few
ripped his shoulder.
A few guys have had different things over there. So yeah, I think up there the crowd will be electric. North of England, rugby league heartland. It'll be a great environment. So
a lot of the commentary post match was that in that first 40 that their forwards didn't name up, and it was effort areas, which I'm assuming that's something that's reasonably easy to fix,
as
opposed to skill levels.
As
Just outside
that
back.
doesn't take. That's not a difference in skill. That's purely just turning up, doing your job, and that can be fixed. So a lot of what I heard Sean Wayne talking about, that can be improved pretty quickly, in a game. So.
Yowie will be out of that next game. Who do you bring in to play in his position?
Why is he out?
Head knock.
He got a head knock too.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, who else have they got?
Who's the lock?
Well, on the bench, who come off the bench? There
you
was
had Cotter.
Collins. Cotter will go to 13.
Yeah, Cotter will.
Yeah.
Cotter will go to 13. They'll bring in maybe Lindsay Smith.
I wonder that will I'll actually be excited to see the players, especially if Nathan that's playing there, to see how he adapts, because I think that can go a long way to sort of the state of origin style of play where if they don't have Yowie in there, they will stop playing out the back off their forwards, which will entice Munster and Cleary.
Do you think they'll actually change the style of the way they play?
Well, how are they going to play if they don't have a ball playing 13?
Why does Ruben not do any ball playing?
Can, but they're not at the same level as Yowie. So
yeah, right.
It's not a big change. It just means instead of sitting out the back of forwards, they run off you and you step up and get the ball. Like they're guys that are in the Australian side. They're the top players. You
so
can
it just
change
means
it
Munster
like that.
stepping up and
I think Munster does it a lot anyway. Like Munster prefers that style of play. When Tommy Dearden comes on, he was on at some point because he played. I seen him pass to
he did, yeah.
Naif, so I'm not sure how the interchange happened there, whether they...
What about, how do you think Dearden at 13? And then you're still playing that style of footy. He's playing direct and through the middle, ball play.
Mate, it's possible, because Harry Grant's probably going to play 80, isn't he?
Yeah, correct.
That's probably why. So if you're bringing him on, I don't think you'd leave it. I don't think you'd play him as a lock.
No.
Like you'd just start with Rubes or something like that, because defensively you don't want him in there doing all that. But if he comes on in that same roving role, I'm assuming from the bits I see that he plays, then they'll end up having their different guys. You got different options there. Like you can set up if you play from the middle of the field between Walsh, Cleary, Munster, Dearden. You can sit two ball players either side, or you can. Yeah, there's plenty of options to do. It's a good side.
Lots of options, lots and lots and lots. Reece Walsh, so not a bad debut, you would say.
Awesome.
Arguably one of the best Kangaroos.
Man of the match can't be that bad if
you
got man of the match.
That back of the field line break when he got it on the first tackle and ran across the middle of the field and just boom off the left.
But
So
also
silky.
saved 2 tries with basically 2 intercepts or knocking the ball.
Oh, knocking it down, yeah.
I think post-match he said rather than the 2 tries, the 2 saved tries.
Yeah, well, I think
He was more proud of.
I think from the talk that was what, and most sides, in those big games, if you're playing at that level, that's what they pride themselves on. Like everything's based around defence first, and a couple of them mentioned in the post match that basically they had that one soft try, which was like a dive over from dummy half, but other than that, they've sort of held them out. Obviously, they had a couple of line breaks that Walsh saved, but.
It was the 76th minute, so he slid over.
I think they'd be amping up to try and hold their, base a game on defence again, make sure they don't concede the line breaks that they did, and I think they'll be more clinical there. So, I was
trying to think of the last time a player exploded onto the scene like Reece Walsh has for this season, right? So.
Is it onto the scene? But look, he's been around.
He has, and he's been really good, but like absolutely dominated for the last 5 weeks of the comp. Like that game, he almost single-handedly beat Canberra. I think we can all agree. And then that grand final.
It's probably like
and then against the Panthers.
Ben Barber run in 2012, a Jared Hayne in 2009. You know, where guys just hit that vein of form. And
I feel like Barber was the whole season. Hainsey come good at about round 16 or 17 and just exploded and ended up getting the Dally M off the back of it.
Yeah, I think everyone's known. Reece Walsh has always had the brilliance, like always had, and everyone has always been like he would chance his arm from no matter where on the field, and you know that made him so much harder to defend because you never knew what could come. He could try and have a crack at you at any point. But I think the one bit which was commented plenty of times, it was his game to go to the next level was just understanding the times when he can have a crack at that, when he can't, and when to just hold the ball instead of throwing that pass at. And then, towards the back end, you know, he sort of managed to do that. If he can keep going like that, if he stays in that form, geez, everyone's in some trouble.
I saw that the Springboks were in the crowd. So the
Were
best
they?
rugby union side in the world were watching the best rugby league side, and it got me thinking, if they matched up and played against each other, if we somehow found a hybrid, which team's going to win?
Was there talk at one point about doing something like that? And it was a game that was going to be half of half. Like it was half a game of rugby union rules,
they played
half a game of league.
I know the
or
old
something.
school I went to, St Augustine's, did it at one point. I can't remember who the league school was that they played against. Basically, you play union up to halfway, and then you play league past halfway.
Geez, that'd be
It'd be confusing. And I know I think they're doing one this year. Maybe Barker's playing the same sort of game against somebody.
Yeah, right.
I think it's 13 on the field, but it's this hybrid.
Some of them big boys in that rugby union, though, that they're big, them big saffers.
They're enormous.
Yeah, they're huge.
The hard thing would be the scrummaging stuff, you know, because that's like even at like union level, like you've got proper front rowers, and if one of those guys, or if you get injured or they run out of front rowers, then they actually go to non-competitive scrums, because
they do.
There's certain stuff around like their necks, and they've got to be guys that play in the front row. They've got to have X-rays and X-rayed necks or whatever it is, and pass certain things. So, yeah, I think that would be the danger, because that's still such a big part of rugby union. So I don't know how you'd.
Yeah, maybe if you took the scrums out and maybe the line-outs.
You can still do line-outs, you know. I suppose line-outs, ruck and maul.
Wouldn't be winning many.
No, because they've got guys like...
I'm not saying you'd win them, but that's the idea. Like, you would have an advantage. Like if you're a rugby side playing the rugby format, you'd be advantaged. But then in the second half, if it was like half each, then you'd be advantaged if you're the league side, because they're not used to getting back 10 and doing all that, and the mobility of those players. So
could you imagine those Springboks versus Kangaroos if they played that? Like,
trying to get back 10 metres, up, back.
Those big boppers. It would be unbelievable. If they found a way to do it, I don't know how they would do it, but it would be. Because I was thinking, are the Springboks sitting there watching Reece Walsh and Nathan Cleary going, oh, these guys are unbelievable? Because I think, there's a guy that plays for the Springboks, Cheslin Colby, who is like Reece Walsh.
You're right.
Just breaks the line.
A little short fella.
Really short fella.
Real fast.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. I was thinking, is he sitting there thinking, oh, this old Walsh bloke might be quicker than me. He might run around me. Yes.
The week after, obviously, Brisbane won the comp, I think it was Graham Lowe. Did you see that press article where he said for the All Blacks to throw $5 million a year at Reece
Walsh? Yeah,
because he said that such would his influence be on a game.
All Blacks. Is he Kiwi?
His mum is Kiwi, I believe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And because just from an eyes point of view, like people love him. Like
from an eyes.
Yeah. No, like women.
Do you mean
not purely getting eyeballs
on him, not his eyes?
He does
I
have
thought we were tapping into LGBTQ.
I started thinking of them dreamy eyes.
They are dreamy. Well, anyway, hey, Peter V'landys, I know you watch this. Do it, mate. Kangaroos versus Springboks. I would watch it, gentlemen. The other international, which we spoke about, the Commonwealth 40, they defeated the Cook Islands 28. So we might cast our eyes forward a touch. You can just predict for me. This second game, England versus Australia, as you said, it is up in Liverpool. It is sold out. 1:30 a.m. Is that a better time for you guys to get up and watch?
I'm down at Lake Tabora this weekend.
Is that where the club is? Are you just coming in after
I'm
being
in the pub. Nah, I won't be watching the footy.
trick?
What will you be doing down there?
Father-son weekend.
Oh, what about the daughter? She's shafted.
It's called a father-son weekend. The daughter will be with the mother.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and my weekend off, I'm still just looking for ways to spend time with my son.
It's good.
Oh.
You're a great dad.
Suck, mate. How many times have you offloaded them to Nat because you had some fun?
Never. Not once. Mate, I brush everything. I brush the engagement. Anyway, I don't want to get into my personal life. Personal life's personal life. I don't. People know yours because you drink drive. Mine, they don't.
Yeah, so I'll make the comment on YouTube. I know you're not getting the analysis, but what about that? That's better. That's like a soap opera.
Hey,
that's great.
That's it. Father-son weekend.
Hey.
I'm
chasing up a few of me dead-alls as well at the moment. I'm owed a fair bit of money from different people. Anyway, we'll leave the personal life.
That's not me. I don't owe any cash to it.
He's going to get one of those kill cars. All his bikie mates and stuff.
I don't know what Jimmy needed. Anyway.
So, Kangaroos versus England this weekend. Do you give England any hope? Or now that Australia's
if they start now, they'll win.
They'll be better. They'll be better.
But Australia's had a run together now.
Australia will be too strong again, I think.
Are you predicting a bigger score, bigger margin?
Nah, because I reckon if England come out a lot more fiery and doing it, I reckon maybe similar.
Yeah, Wayne would have given a bit of a rocket.
There, big guy.
Huh?
We're keeping you awake.
Jimmy's voice is that soothing. My ears were just bleeding. I think Sean Wayne would have given him an absolute rocket. I think there'll be a bit of a bounce back effect, but I don't think they'll win.
Just while we're talking about Sean Wayne, there's some chat around the Poms sledging their
turning on him
coach.
Yeah. Is that the fans? Or the playing group?
Or the Poms.
Yeah. The
Poms
fans, I believe. Like,
fans.
saying that he's...
Could be the playing group, you pelican.
Well, I don't think they're doing... Well, like, why is AJ Brimson not on the side? He's picking his mates.
Is that what it was?
Wigan players?
Yeah, so... I don't know. Is he... Like, why is AJ Brimson not on that side? He's a weapon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like James said last week, though, he would not make the Australian team. So, is he going to have that much of an effect against the Australian team?
Yeah, but he's better than the English players.
Wellesby.
What was he going to play? Fullback? Who's the fullback?
Was it
fullback
Wellesby?
for England was
Wellesby?
well, Lehigh Hopper. Sorry, that's Tonga.
Are you sweet? Mate, we keeping you up?
Listen to me.
You're hanging out with Tommy.
I have no idea where my car is.
Hey, Tommy, just while I'm thinking of it, if you want to lift home, bro, I can take you home.
Jack Wellesby is the fullback.
Wellesby. Yeah, right.
That's what I said.
Is AJ Brimson better than...
Wellesby's handy.
Yeah, Wellesby's handy for that Super League comp, but I think there's also... Like, you got to think there's combinations too that are important. So if you've got, dependent on players over there, if they got players that are playing together in club sides or different things that have different combinations around that, that's going to help the side with their cohesion as well, instead of an AJ Brimson who's done that. Okay. I think you can still find a spot for an AJ Brimson, whether it's carrying him as like a 14 off the bench and just bringing him on because he's dynamite running and stuff like that.
Liverpool's a good town. It's I've spent a bit of time there.
Life.
There's a
well, your wife's Scottish.
Yep.
There's that pub in that square. There's in the pub in that square. That's 3-level nightclub.
Oh yeah, what's it called? Because there will be some emus there that will have a night.
Yeah, we had a good emu night there actually because that was a final.
Tell us more, Jimmy. This is what the fans want to hear. They want to hear about Jimmy Maloney out in Liverpool.
Nah, I can't remember.
Have you got any other recommendations for the...
I remember they wouldn't let us in because I had cargoes on, so I had to shoot back to the...
Jimmy shit kit.
Back to the thing, get some jeans and then...
Tommy, you sweet, bro. He's on the Murray cod over here.
It's just your jokes. That's
no,
where
it's your voice. You're talking.
After you made a joke.
Yeah, boys.
Oh.
All right, let's go. Here we go.
Jimmy shit.
Bit of wrangling today. All right, well, that's good. Because I'm going to go through these and then we'll get your multi at the end of this.
Yeah.
Kumuls versus Fiji. Who's going to be too strong there?
It will be
good. It'll be a great game. Kumul's a match hard at the moment.
Yeah, I think Fiji. They got a bit of class there in that Fiji side.
Yeah, I feel like the forwards are strong. They got DeBellin through the middle of the field. Reece Martin's playing well. They obviously got Darby and a few of them other blokes out wide for PNG doing well. So and obviously they're going to compete week in, week out in the NRL according to Jimmy. I'm going Kumuls, yeah.
Kumuls, and you're going...
Fiji.
Okay, well, we're coming to you for the multi-Fiji. And then Kiwis, Tonga. We've sort of touched on this already. Eden Park, which is awesome.
Kiwis will be winning that one.
Okay.
Too far to come back in 1 week for Tonga.
I don't know. I'm a big believer in the bounce back theory, and Jimmy's much smarter rugby league guy than me. Us,
Oh,
the
it's where
punters.
don't kick the can, mate.
But
so
no,
upset.
I think. Look, Kiwis were pretty good that first one, but you know I'm going to go Tonga in an upset. I feel like, and I saw the market. I think the Kiwis are about $1.30.
$1.35.
Yeah,
I think they were.
and Tonga will be massive outsiders, but mate, they'll be filthy about that performance. So they'll come out and play well. Whether they play as good enough to beat the Kiwis, we'll see on Sunday.
It's worth
You just said they would.
Yeah, no, I'm picking them to win. Jerry on the fence. Jerry fence sitter.
It's worth
Mate,
going.
are we keeping you up?
Are you joking? This face is me just trying to steer this bastard away from the iceberg. That is all I'm trying to do. Listen,
Oh,
Jerry,
the Titanic.
you, mate,
La, 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 la. We got the raft, baby. We're not going down. We're the rich ones.
I was just going to say it's worth the price of admission just to go and see the pre-match ceremonies of all these Polynesian sides, also New Zealand. It'll be amazing.
Yep, 100%.
Is your multi in here, Jimmy? What do you got for me? That's we've got those three sides, and I'm assuming you got a little something for us. You going which the Doncaster, or are you going
no,
the big one on Tuesday,
Out we go.
the Melbourne Cup?
Mate, do you want to tell our listeners where you're going tomorrow?
Tomorrow I am going to meet Makybe Diva.
The Diva.
Yeah, I was on one of the apps and we just matched. So we're going to have
What
a
a
little
long
date.
face.
Hey, that's
You know what we're going to hold on.
what
I'm
you
going to meet Makybe Diva.
What do you got, avocado here?
Nothing.
Righto, this week's multi, we are going across of the horse racing and the rugby league again. So we're going Australia to beat England, Fiji to beat the Kumals, New Zealand 13 plus over Tonga, into Fangirl to run top 2 in the Empire Rose Stakes. Go to Better, go to Specials, go to our Journeymen. We'll find the price. It'll be up there by the time you see this. Gamble responsibly.
Jimmy, first go for that one. You nailed it. Very well done.
No, I
You're
didn't.
getting
I stuffed
better.
up a few.
Oh, okay. Righto.
But that's what happens, you know. Okay, I'm not
don't-
calling myself a professional.
You don't win and lose. You win and learn.
Professor.
That's
Renault.
it. The more you put on, the more you get back.
In terms of like if you're investing
Energy.
in a
Yeah.
mortgage.
Energy.
Yeah.
Energy.
If you, yeah,
Just
the
in
property market.
just in the world, you know. The more you put out, the more you get back.
Right, let's cast the eye a little wider in terms of rugby league content. Plenty of transfers happening. We're about to hit that transfers window as well, November 1st. It's like Christmas for all us rugby league nuffies. A few transfers we already know that are going to happen. I just want to get your take on who will have the biggest impact on their club in 2026. You've got to take into account the players' ability, but also where that club finished this year. Let me give you the list. Or
Give,
you go?
give us the list.
These are the big ones. Dylan Brown to the Knights, Pezzett to Para, Cobbo to the Dolphins, Fogarty to Manly, and Robson to the Roosters. Who has the biggest impact on their club?
Where did
Sorry, I just think you need to mention also with Dill Brown yesterday, they signed Sandon Smith for 4 years as well.
Terrific. Well, that can be a part of it.
Yeah,
We don't
so
need
that I think that really helps strengthen them.
Sandon Smith as well to the Knights for 4 years. So,
that's going
So I think that'll have the biggest effect.
Sandon
so,
Smith.
so
Sandon
out of
and
my
Dill
list,
Brown.
you're saying, James, your list sucks. I'm doing Sandon Smith.
No, both Dylan and Sandon, because that's a dual.
So the Knights are big improvers.
Big, massive
You're
improvement.
going
well,
Knights.
they started at the bottom, so they can only go one way.
And
So
then they started at the bottom. Now we're here.
now we're here at 14th.
And obviously Holbrook, who
Correct.
you have a personal
J.H.
relationship
I'll call
with.
him, but yeah,
Is there
yeah.
anything that he told you that he didn't want people to know that you could tell us on the podcast?
Yeah, but I'll keep that to myself. I'm rock solid.
Who were the other? There was another interesting one. Where did Manly finish?
They finished 9th or 10th, just outside the 8.
Okay. I think Fogarty will be good for them. I think just a steady hand will kick him into space. I reckon if Turbo comes back and for the love of God has an injury-free season, it could change things.
Yeah.
Whereas who
about-
else? There was someone else.
Sorry,
that
you
was,
said Robson, but yeah, DCE still hasn't
Well,
landed.
I see him
Imagine
at
if he
school
lands
pickup.
he was
there.
going
Like,
to
keep
Cronulla.
asking
You
him.
said the
Nothing.
other week.
Yeah, no, that was
Oh, you
Jimmy
changed.
Mail. Jimmy Mail. Shit.
What was the other couple of ones? You said someone
Pez at
else.
the Para, but that's an interesting one because it's 1 year at Para
And then
Yeah,
Broncos.
and then to the Broncos for 1 year.
Yeah,
And then
I
to-
thought about it the other day when it
Dragon.
was basically spoken about that was. I thought it was so weird, but then the only thing I can think of is obviously Parramatta don't have a halfback for next year, losing Dylan Brown, right? So it makes sense if there's no one available, for them to try and pick up, to grab him who's a handy sort of player coming through for a year, and that gives them time to work out. Move stuff around or work out where they're going to be for the following year, they can sort of do that because if he was going to end up at Broncos long term, then if Para don't take him for a year, they don't get him at all. So
Absolutely.
that's funny. What a
You want to explain what's funny, mate?
did you fart? Is that what it was? Because he fucking
He tried to cover it up with a cough.
I went,
Mate, I get whoever wrote that comment on our YouTube page, I get it.
oh, what? Lads sitting around having a laugh. Far out. Sorry for living.
not a laugh, you stink.
Yeah, that
What was the other? Sorry, what was that other one? There was someone else.
Cobbo
you
to
said-
Dolphins.
Nah, not him.
Robson to Roosters is a good
Nah,
one.
there was
Yeah,
another one
DC.
you said.
Fogarty to Manly.
Was
Oh,
that
he
all
said
of them?
Sanders Smith. Pezzett to. Oh, no, we've done them.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
So which
Yeah.
one? So you're saying the Knights will improve the most?
I think
because of Sanders
but
Smith?
then yeah, if DCE then joins Robbo, that's a big one at Thingo, and if they're letting Sandon go, they must be getting him.
I reckon.
Sorry.
One
I was
plus
just
one
say, I think personally Fogarty to Manly.
You're a Manly fan, I get it.
Yeah, but I think it'd be good. Where did Parramatta come?
They
They
came.
were right
13th,
down, weren't
13th,
they?
12th.
Yeah, but they started playing some good football at the end of the year.
And remember, if they're taking Pezzett, if Mitch Moses, who missed a lot of footy,
I need him fit.
Iongi, their fullback at the back with a year under his belt.
Lomax is gone.
Eels were 11th,
Is he gone or what?
Yeah.
but they had a good end to the season.
What do you mean?
He's over there looking at property in Dubai at the moment.
That's GST. Do you
No, they
actually
don't
know
pay.
anything?
They
or
don't
not?
pay GST in Dubai.
No, they don't pay any tax.
Watch this space. Very exciting. Good luck to the Knights.
Can
Fantastic.
we just touch on what I was saying before? There's something I seen James Graham, the Buy Round podcast. They had a conversation talking about how the NRL can, give back to grassroots footy in the bush and all that sort of stuff. And I heard Buzz Rothfield talking about taking games, and
Shout out.
Matty Cameron was on there talking about clubs being incentivised to pick regions and doing stuff like that. I've always had a thing that I think is so much easier and so much cheaper for the NRL and can offer so much is if the NRL, say, each year put a pool of $1 million aside for any retiring players to incentivise them to go and captain coach or coach, and if their body's gone or whatever, to just purely coach out in the bush, that the NRL gives them 30 grand, all right? 30 grand, or say for 50. A figure, 30 grand, then that club, because a lot of the clubs, if they go out there, they can find them a job, and they might be able to find them 20 grand or something like that to pay their coach for the year. So now that footy player, all right, one, we're helping them in the transition, that sort of helps guys after they leave the game transition out. But there's 50 grand plus a job. That's a decent wicket. And an NRL player going out, living in the town, captain coaching, if they've got families, their kids playing at the junior clubs, being around the environment is going to offer so much more than a game development officer who's floating around doing all this sort of things, who's going to make it more attractive for people to go and watch him play in the sides and do stuff like that. It seems the most cost-effective and easy way to go and get interest and investment back into grassroots footy in the country.
And easy kill for some of these players that have come from these areas.
Correct.
You're literally
Mate,
saying
if they're
go back to where
going
the
back
club
to
you
where
played
you're
for.
from.
Here's a little incentive. Go mate. I love it.
I think it's a fantastic idea, Jimmy.
It's not the Matty Cameron one where he was talking about giving every club 500,000, to go and invest, and it would be said. But if you give, 17 clubs, so then you're looking at $8-9 million. Like if you put
a couple of mil
you
towards
put $1 million,
taking
like
retired boys.
that, $1 million will give you 30 players. Like depending, that goes for regional Queensland, for Queensland boys that retire, goes for thing. Mate, you could
also,
put so much into the grassroots.
As you said, this transition for players that are finishing up and going into the next phase of life, because you know it better than anyone, you two, you're a bit lost, right?
Yeah.
But to actually give them something to do that's still in the game, that gives them a purpose, it's just as important as helping these country teams.
And there's no knock on game development officers and stuff like that. They don't know, their knowledge of football is not what an ex-NRL player is. Like they haven't gone, like the guys that are game development officers, they've sort of enjoy the game. The NRL doesn't have a system where it coaches those guys well enough that they're, real right up there in terms of footy IQ and stuff like that. So
sorry to jump in, Jimmy, but yeah, that game development, they're working with the young kids anyway. That we're talking, you're obviously alluding to guys going out and coaching senior teams. So
yeah, but just their presence in the town, and as I said, if they've got families and kids going, like if you're coaching the first grade side, you're living out there, you still lob into their junior training nights and help them do stuff. Like that's not a big thing when you're out there living in the place around being involved.
And that could build out what that looks like for, if you're going to get 40 grand to go out and captain coach, that entails coaching the senior team twice a week. And then obviously, you go give an hour or two a week to a junior team.
I think you find a lot of guys, you don't even have to put it in black and white like you do. I think most guys are fucking good enough people and understand, that a lot of them will give their time. NRL players give their time every week all over the place for different reasons, for different things, with no reward, no fanfare. So that would happen naturally. I think just having them out there, being part of the communities, doing that, getting to know people, I think it's the most easy solution.
I'm with you. And you're Port Macquarie man. Mm-hmm. So
I was out in Mudgee I'm out in Mudgee for the next few weeks doing some stuff for my mate's business, and I was talking to the guy who's now the president of the Mudgee Dragons, and they're looking at present to get a ex-NRL boy out there to captain coach, and then they can help with obviously a job out there. So anyone who's watching who is looking for a job out west, Mudgee, it's a beautiful town.
Oh, Mudgee's outstanding. It's a
great wineries, great people.
Oh, take me to Mudgee. The other big news from the week is this global round that they're talking about. I think maybe Michael Chammas broke it, or one of the journos broke it, that Peter V'landys is looking to, for that first round, when we currently do the Las Vegas, the 2 matches over there at the start of every year, is looking to do more matches in more cities around the globe to basically put rugby league on the map for that 1 week. More eyeballs. I'm talking about watching, not how they look, on the game. So they're talking about cities like London, Tokyo,
Singapore, Hong Kong.
Singapore, all these.
Norway.
How do you reckon it will go in, Tokyo?
Norway's a country, obviously. It's
no shot.
Oslo. Keep going, mate.
Yeah. How do you reckon you go? Like, I can see the value in London. Obviously, they got the Super League there. They play Wembley. There's one, it'd be a short shore if you drew the London flight because you're going twice as far as everyone else on the comeback. But
be a nice town to go out in.
It's not all about that, Jeremy, but
I remember you flying to Manchester, buddy.
Yeah, but I just don't know. To go into like a Tokyo or something, where else are you going to go?
Like from a Tokyo point of view, they've really grown into the rugby, and they've got a really good rugby union competition, league, union, similar.
And they got the infrastructure. They got the amazing stadiums.
Yeah.
That big international stadium there.
And go to Georgia. Georgia are into rugby union too. Do you reckon they'd be good? Like
who's Georgia? Where's she from?
Oh, he's full of jokes, Latsy.
Oh, no. Look, I think it's got merit.
Trent Merritt?
Well, what else are you doing with league? Because there's always talk about
what an idiot.
Anywho, global round. Good luck.
No,
Let us know how it goes, Pete.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not feeling it.
Well, they've put all this money into Vegas because they seem that's a market they want to try and get it. Seems weird to go, we're going to try and get into 10 different markets all at the same time.
Just
I don't know
take
that
every
it's
game
10.
to Vegas. Have every game there on that weekend. Like for round one.
Like Magic Round in Las Vegas.
Yeah, and then move it around. Then the year after, we're going to Tokyo. Then we're off to Georgia, baby.
Hey, this solving problems on this podcast. All right, very good. Has anybody got anything else they want to bring up? Anything,
Mr.
I just
Insightful?
had the phone ring. Someone's found Tommy's car.
Oh, that's good. That's fantastic. Where was it, mate?
The bloke from Woolies said it's just been hit with 6 trolleys from Woolies, but it's still running, so you'll be
And
sweet.
just so I know, where is the car park for Woolies?
Across the road from his house.
Oh, across the road from his house.
Across the road.
Okay.
And just
Across
for-
the road from
It
your
was
house, mate.
windy, so he didn't want to walk.
Okay.
But then he grabbed the groceries and walked home.
Okay.
Go figure.
You know what? One positive
Good on
out of
you,
this
Tommy.
for Tommy is he gets to sit in the car with me for 40 minutes driving back to the
Oh.
show. Let's go.
If you can find a positive in that,
Mate, I'd go the train, honestly.
mate, if you can find a positive in that, I'll tell you what.
I've
You're
got some
a very-
zings in the car. We'll have a zing.
What's a zing?
It's like a tobacco pouch.
Wow.
What is
you're,
it?
You're on the nicotine tobacco pouches now, are you?
Oh, just mix it up every now
Mate,
and then.
you'd fit about 4 or 5 under that.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Good luck to all the horses running this week.
Oh!
Yes.
Yeah. Boom,
How
boom.
good.
Nah, you're the man.
Nah,
the
good
man.
on you,
Nah,
mate.
you're the
No,
man.
Go throw
you're
them
the
in the
man,
tent up there.
bro.
Hey, you mad dog.
There you go. That was the Journeyman. If it's your first time watching it, keep your fucking opinions to yourself. We will see you next week. Take it away, Borat.
Hello! Thank you for watching The Journeyman. This guy, lots of journeys. This guy, very good at journeys. This guy, Professor, he is great. Join it again. Subscribe, like the video. High five.